man talking biscuit boy proud. Static crackles like a rattlesnake's tail. Voices rolling like a freight train wheel. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Gravy drips in the southern drawl. Stories thick like the cypress tall. Radio rebels riding wild and free, shouting truths like a storm at sea. Hey, hey, can you feel that beat? Boots on the floor, fire in the heat. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, biscuit boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Tells the dirt roads, whiskey skies that cut through the night like fireflies. Laughter echoes through the pines, two voices cross them county lines.
And happy Saturday morning to the Cornbread Man and Biscuit Boy.
Good morning,
Morning
everybody.
show. Paul looking all GQ over there, getting ready for his workout.
Yep.
Guns a-blazing.
Sun's out, baby.
Sun's out. My son is in the house. You're in the house. We're all glad to be here. It's fun to be alive. It's great to be an American.
Amen.
Need to say more of it. You know, these people, they whine and cry about everything American. I'm glad I'm an American.
You don't see them lining up to leave, do you?
They don't line up to leave. We need
They
some
line
people
up to get in.
We need some people to line up to leave. We need
to line some people.
Yeah,
up
we
to
need
leave.
the departure messages going on. You remember I know you saw that one with President Trump when he was saying all you, and I won't say the word that they used in the meme. It wasn't him. It was AI, but it was
Right.
like line up all of you, blah blah blah.
Blankety blank.
Yeah, departure at any minute for destinations back to your third world crap nations
There you go.
is departing from gates 5 and 6, 7. You know, and whatever it said, it was like. But we need some people lined up to do that. We need
I
them
agree.
to get out.
We need some members of Congress in that line.
We do. And maybe a Supreme Court.
We've already sent a few of them, Power. The people of their district sent them back.
So, well, yeah.
Thank you.
And then
Especially those in Texas.
And then they
Thank
have
you.
security personnel get in a firefight with police officers. But yet he's a good guy.
Right.
He was just misunderstood.
Yeah, he was.
You know, it wasn't his fault. You know, they ganged up on him. It's not his fault. He's just misunderstood.
I heard a preacher the other day talking about role models and particular role models that should never have been. And I was blown away at what he said. He said, and this is a man of color that's saying this, okay? He said that the Reverend Martin Luther King was nothing but a pedophile, a drug user. He was not a Christian. All of these things. I mean, went off, and this guy's a pastor. And the Floyd fella, George Floyd one, with all the riots and everything, they've lifted him up and as some kind of a hero. And he just tore them down with facts, and I was blown away. I mean, I really was. I was blown away.
Yeah, it's a lesson for all humans to not make gods out of men.
That's exactly right.
There's no man that deserves that status and can nor fulfill that status.
Amen. The clip that I sent you this morning, that was part of my devotional this morning, listening, to, I think his name's Anthony Mitchell. I'm not Anthony Michael Mitchell or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Just a tremendous man of God. And he speaks nothing but truth. But when he first came out, people were standing up clapping. He was doing this. He said, no, there'll be no idolization here. There's no room for idols. There's only one, and that's Jesus Christ. And
that's the problem we have in faith is you worship. A lot of people are worshiping or following a movement, following a person.
Exactly.
Their attention is not where it needs to be. It's the same as if you have somebody singing in front of a church.
Yeah.
You are not singing to the people. That's so misunderstood. And people are clapping. You're not singing to these people.
You're singing to God.
They are supposed to, joining in that worship of song to
Raise
God.
Your hands.
It's so misunderstood. And you see this on TV sometimes. I mean,
it says it in Psalms. We are commanded to do that.
Yeah. It's
Psalms is the biggest book in the Bible, right? Full of wisdom.
150 chapters.
Full of wisdom. Everybody should read it. I love Psalms. I don't read it enough.
Proverbs is another one for great wisdom.
It is.
But yeah, it's a misguided focus. It's a misguided worship, and it's real easy to fall into the trap. It's not it should be a competition between singers. You should keep the ego out of it.
And it shouldn't be a concert.
It's not a concert. Yeah. Now, granted, you can have concerts with groups at other venues, but when you're in the sanctuary, that should become worship too.
Exactly.
But a lot of that.
But it's a different venue.
It's a different venue. In the sanctuary, that's not a concert.
No, and
that is
some
a
churches,
worship service.
Some of the bigger churches, that's what it is. They started off, they call it worship. And I'm not saying you can't worship to this. I mean, I'm not saying that. I choose to see something different. I like the old hymns. I'm old fashioned.
Yeah.
And, I think there needs to be a little more, I was raised Baptist where you just stand there like a knot on a log and sing, but there needs to be movement. Like I said, raise your hands, worship the Lord. Don't be shy.
Yeah. It's your worship. I always said, any church that I ever went to, I made myself at home. Yeah. Meaning it's a worship service. I don't need permission to worship.
No.
I'm not talking about
worship anywhere.
But
I worship riding down the road.
I come from an old school too. Hey, good morning, broski. And when I would go to a church,
good morning, broski,
I would go to the choir. Now, sometimes you have to try out for choir because if
there's a lot of people wanting in,
Well, I just would go join. I joined a big one down in Florida. I was actually speaking that day.
Awesome.
I was going to be sharing about missions. I wasn't doing the sermon. I was just there to present.
Right.
And me and my wife joined the choir. And I asked him, I got up there, I said, it's okay for us to be up here? And they're like, yeah, come on in.
Good.
I didn't know what songs we were going to do. You know why we did that? I said, that's what we always did. We didn't even think about it. It's like, okay.
It was just habit.
They called for the choir. We went because that's what we did. So we're up there and I thought, I don't know. Maybe they don't want me up here. So I asked somebody, I said, no, you're more than welcome. A guy was helping me out. Like, we're going to be on this song. And I showed Lynn was like, I don't know that song. I said, we'll wing it.
Yeah.
We'll wing it. We'll learn a new song. And we did. By the end of the song, we were singing it fully.
Awesome.
And then the next song, I said, we got this one. And the pastor didn't know where we went. He was looking for us. Where'd they go? Did they leave?
They're right
and they're all laughing and pointing at the choir. They're in the choir. He goes, oh, great. That's what I mean. You just make yourself at home. That's your father's house. You make yourself at home and you don't worry. So, it's stupid. I mean, you come in and,
You're not there for anybody else but the Lord.
Yeah.
That's it.
But it gets so
twisted.
Well, programmed is another good word too.
Programmed, yeah.
Programmed in, and people decided ahead of time how that worship's going to be. You can't control that.
No, if the Holy Spirit's involved in it, you can't control it.
There are some churches, if somebody
want to.
if the Spirit was, if somebody just shouted, they would all fall out dead because they would be so
mortified.
Mortified that somebody did that.
Yeah,
you can't program God.
No, you can't.
And ergo, he don't meet with some of those churches either. So
it's true. Anyway,
that's great discussion. I just I'll say I went to a church one time, and I was visiting a friend of mine's church. We left early we left work. We changed and cleaned up a little bit in the bathroom and put on some other clothes. We went to his revival. He was on fire for his revival. I said, sure, I wanted to support him. So we went to 2 meetings that night during that week that we had to work, and the rest of the nights we were off, and so we went. But the first night I got there, we sat like the 4th row. They had like 3 main rows. I was on the 4th row.
Right.
Somebody was singing when we got in there. We usually would hear one song, a couple announcements, and then the preaching because we were getting there late.
Yeah.
So we're sitting there, and I was tapping my knee, just tapping my knee, and this guy looked around, and I was like, I was thinking,
am I bothering you?
Well, I didn't say that, but I was thinking, they must not do that here. So I quit doing it. No, I'm lying. I actually tapped a little louder.
I would have to. Yeah.
And he was almost like So
you should have stood up, started stomping your foot.
So the next thing was, and I wasn't even thinking about it. It was just who I am. Yeah. So the preacher started preaching. He had a good point, and I went, "Amen." That guy about jumped out of his pew.
Had never experienced.
But I'm going to tell you what happened to the preacher. The preacher,
that is awesome.
He got it. He went up a level. He got the amen corners there. He went up a level. Yeah. Like he was like, ooh, he wasn't used to hearing that.
Hey, I will tell you
then my buddy, he looks at me because he had been programmed.
Right.
And my buddy looks at me and he's like, amen.
There you go.
The whole row started like cringing, like, oh, they're amening,
Yeah.
I thought, and he was a good guy. I love the pastor in his youth had been a bad boy. Okay. And he actually had murdered someone and was put in prison for a number of years. He wasn't. He got saved in prison.
Awesome.
He came out, was serving the Lord. God called him to preach. Became a pastor. Yeah. By this time, he's been serving for 40 plus years. He was a senior citizen. He was probably in his 60s or 70s at that time.
Right.
And just the kindest guy you'd ever meet. But a lot of people had starts like that. They were rough people.
Hey, listen, Jesus took 12 misfits and changed the world. You know what I mean? And that's the way the Lord works. I mean, go look back through the Bible. Every single one had an issue.
Peter's my favorite because Peter was always ready to fight.
Yes,
he was. He had a potty mouth.
That he did. Yep.
Moses had a temper problem. And also,
Moses was shy.
He could be violent because he get mad. He could get violent. And
he proved that.
And his anger come out. It cost him.
He killed somebody. David had somebody killed.
So David had a bitterness problem.
He did.
David was, he had a man killed. He was jealous.
Samson.
Samson.
Ego, exactly.
Ego, yeah.
And then, of course,
that's why
Cain and Abel, you can go all the way back.
Sure.
That's what I love about it.
He shows us the failure, the failures of man.
Yeah, you take, somebody fallible and Jesus.
The total depravity of man. I love whenever I meet somebody and they say, I'm a good person. I've always been good. I was like, no, you're not.
Well,
you may think you are, but
that's
you're
not going to get you to heaven.
Yeah.
Broski, what you been up to,
Joe Thinnes, I hope Thinnes. Thank you for coming on Instagram this morning.
Broski, I'm surprised he hasn't chimed in.
Saturdays, remember, is Broski's cruise time.
I know.
And bourbon day.
He's going out looking for bourbon.
Yeah, he's going to take a little ride.
I'm interested to see what he comes up with.
Yeah, get him some bourbon and enjoy
bourbon cruise.
Oh yeah, it's a cruising day. Cruising around. He probably went to early mass and then he's probably out cruising and checking things out and seeing what he can find out. Seeing what he can get into,
Well, I'm glad I pray he did go to mass.
He's trying to get around
He's
more
devout.
to the world around him, discover it. He's a traveler.
Right.
Broski's a traveler. You know?
I like that.
He's a
He is a
some
traveler.
people are seekers. You know, you can be a traveler, a seeker,
And
an explorer.
Broski has a fiance from Canada, right?
No,
Or are they getting married in Canada?
I think they're going to get married there. And live there for a while.
All right.
Brazil. Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful country.
He's not marrying nobody from Canada. That wouldn't be right.
Well, I knew Canada was involved.
There's nobody.
I apologize.
They're not tough enough for Broski in Canada. I mean, can you imagine if Trudeau and Broski met for a beer summit or something? Can you imagine how he'd have Trudeau crying?
Oh, I don't doubt that. He'd probably bust a mug inside his head.
He said, "Could you please go back to America? This is a little too heavy for me."
He said, "Do me a favor. Bend over and stick your head between your legs and kiss your own butt." I love that part and was it Braveheart?
Braveheart.
When he said that out there, all of your men must present themselves, stick their heads between their legs, and kiss their own arses.
It's a great movie.
Yeah, it was. That was a really good movie. Mel Gibson's made some really good movies, and he's in the process of making another one, I believe.
Yeah.
That's going to be awesome. It's a follow-up to Passion.
He's an amazing actor, director.
Yeah.
You know, and people
He's fallible.
wrote him up. But again, we're not building up man. Man has bad sides.
Yep.
Everybody has a bad side.
And alcohol only exacerbates that.
Alcohol makes it real bad.
I mean, it does. It exacerbates.
And it's sad to watch. You know, I try to like, for a friend would try to shield their family member or somebody from that as much as you can.
Right.
You know, in today's world, everybody wants to put you on blast. They want to put you on the video. And to me, why don't we help somebody? Why don't we?
Yeah, you're more concerned about likes and somebody's well-being.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
How about helping somebody who's really just they're in a bad place? You know,
Exactly.
Let's put the camera up and help somebody. But that's and there are a lot of people who will. It's not to say there's not, but there's also a lot of people that think it's lights, camera, action. Let's go. I'm coming to you from the streets of wherever.
Yeah, this man, they just lit on fire.
Yeah.
You know,
you can
the
smell.
screams are terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's sick. I mean, come on. Put the camera down.
Well,
I have been in situations in my life where the crowd told people to stop.
Right.
Like, put the camera away.
That's pretty
The
awesome.
crowd would say, you're not going to film this.
Right.
But nowadays, it seems like nobody wants to stand up. Not many.
It's true.
I'm telling you, get in trouble or not, there are times that I know that I would grab a camera, phone out of somebody's hand and smash it. Depending on the situation. If that was like my family was in a crisis and you're sticking your camera up into their crisis,
that phone would become a new appendage for them. I mean, it would.
I mean, I'm just not going to put up with that.
No.
And then you can sue me. I don't care. And I would tell the judge, I did it. And here's why I did it. And you can do whatever you want. I don't care.
If I'm mad enough, I can fit a smartphone in your mouth.
And I used to know this guy. I worked with him. And he had a phone. I'm not exaggerating. It was about this long and about this
like a
wide.
tablet.
It was, but he said a lot of people don't like. He said he liked it because it had big buttons.
Right.
But it was the biggest phone. It was like the old 70s early model cell phone.
Was it one of those foldable things?
No, it was a straight phone. And he said I have to wear pants with big enough pockets I can put it in there. Because most pants it won't fit.
Surprised you didn't have a holster for it. People thought you were walking around with a pistol.
I mean, it was the biggest phone I've ever seen. He goes, I like the screen size, but mine is the big buttons. He said, I just like the apps. Everything was bigger, so he said, I like that. I don't know where he got it, man. I have never seen one like that before or since.
I will tell you what, the one I've got, I think is big. I don't know why we need one much bigger. You've got tablets they're almost the same size as a tablet.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
The smartphones today, anyway.
Well, a lot of people just want something because it's different than what everybody else has got. You know, it's new, it's different. I have seen some people go. Some manufacturers are going back to flip phones, but they're smartphones, and they flip open, and you have a big screen. But they fold down. You can put it in your pocket. There are some options out there like that.
There are some that like the old Star Trek, like the flip phones, whatever.
Oh,
what it reminds me of.
I had my first cell phone was a shared phone between me and my wife, which looking back, it's crazy that we did that, but we did. We didn't. It was just meant I was on call. That's the only reason we got it.
Yeah, you used
and that lasted until my wife was like learning that she could communicate with the world through that. It really hit her. Like I could call people and talk to them all the time.
All the time.
So it was like, I think we need to get 2 phones, Dave. Yeah. So that lasted for about 6 months, and then we had to get 2 phones. Right. But it was a Motorola. It was a great phone. Had a great feeling around it. The next phone we got that I got was a BlackBerry. Loved that phone.
Right.
It was a very nice, sturdy, good communicating phone.
That was Apple's first stab at it, wasn't it?
Oh,
was BlackBerry?
Maybe, I'm not even sure now. Man, that's been so long ago.
I don't remember either.
And I had we switched over to from one service to another company, got a better deal for the 2 phones, but at some point we went Apple, and I've stayed Apple. My wife is Samsung, I think.
That's what I'm Android.
So and Jeremy's not iPhone either. So I've been iPhone through several iterations now. And the biggest reason is I don't think it's better than anybody. I'm used to it, and it doesn't change a whole lot. I don't like
what you got used to.
I don't like to spend minutes out of my life going in and figuring out a new phone. When I get it, when I do upgrade, it's going to be pretty close. A few little changes. I hate having a new phone, and you don't even know how to make a call.
Everything from the one you have to the new one.
I mean, yeah, yeah. And I don't like having to figure out.
Before long, you're going to have 20 terabytes or more. If they don't already have it in a cell phone.
Oh yeah.
So
I mean, you do everything basically from your cell phone now. Before long, it'll be like Star Wars. The image of a person will come up out of the phone and be standing there talking to you.
Just hold it out in front of you, or set it down.
The hologram or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, how's it going? It's like you're sitting there talking to each other. You just set the phone down.
We've got the same thing. It's called FaceTime.
Yeah.
Just not a hologram, but that.
Well, that way
it'd be funny if you could interact with a hologram.
That's what's going to happen. You'll just lay your phone down and the person will appear. And, hey, how's it going?
Yeah. What are you doing today?
What's in your wallet?
Yeah. Wow.
So Paul is sore today. Like I
am.
He worked hard yesterday. He actually worked, and so he's
my wife outworked me though.
Well,
No, I spent most of my time trying to fix the weed eater, and never did get it fixed. I got to tell you, I'm either going to have to take it somewhere and have it fixed, or I'm going to have to take it apart and take the fuel filter and clean it and all that good stuff. I'd rather pay somebody to do it.
A lot of times on lawnmowers or weed eaters, there is it could be this little filter, and that's all it takes is to shut the whole thing down. You got to clean them out.
That's right.
And they're bad to go bad too. Like after a while they'll get tears in them, and then you just got to get a new one.
It's a brand new Steel. I've had it for 2 seasons.
Steel's a great brand.
It works great. I love the thing, but I went to put a different head on it. I had one of those 3-blade things, with the nylon blades.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about yay long. There's 3 of them that spin. I was going to take this monkey grass all the way down to the ground. Well, I couldn't get that on. Then I couldn't get it to start. I was not a happy camper. I mean, I really wasn't. I ended up, I said, well, I'll show you. And I took the hedge trimmers to monkey grass. Okay, I'm down here, cut it, and my back, my gosh, man, metal does not bend that well. Because, I got that cage built around my spine from L4, L5, and S1, and then L3 is broken too.
In the Twitch realm, I don't know. I'll be popping stuff up on the screen though that you can too. If you're talking about through that, I'll be putting those on the screen in just a minute. So there's a way to do that. But happy Saturday morning to you.
Who are we talking to?
I'm better. What did I say? I'm better than you.
Well, good morning.
Well, thank you. Thank you for that. You're very kind to do that. One of the ways you can give, I'll put those on the screen. And so Paul's down getting the monkey grass down.
Yeah, with a hedge trimmer. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I got the whole thing done, got it all cut down, and my wife walks up there and says, I didn't want it cut all the way to the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? So I felt bad because I had already killed one of her rose bushes, and I almost killed both of them, but one of them is really growing. It's really good. And to defend myself, I told her, I said, well, the other one had to go so this one would grow.
Yeah.
So it just absorbed it.
I wonder if your neighbors are looking out the window going, look at this guy,
Probably.
What is he doing?
What in the world is he doing?
Oh,
he got the wrong mushroom coffee.
Yeah, he's got the wrong. He's on a different kind of mushroom.
Yeah,
it must be a new flavor.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the psilocybin flavor. I'll be right back.
You'll be right back.
Yeah.
Paul's on a journey. You can turn that off, by the way, if you want to. I've turned it on to knock the chill off. And there you go. Hope that helps. And don't forget our Wolf Nation coffee. You can order some today, less than $20 shipped into your home. We're drinking it this morning in the studio.
Oh, it is some good stuff. That's what there it is right there.
It is great. I love it. We're drinking the whiskey aged, barrel aged this morning. Whiskey barrel aged coffee. It is amazing.
Oh, it's
amazing.
So and I make cowboy coffee.
Cowboy coffee.
You know, my coffee's so strong you gotta chew it sometimes. You know?
I love it.
It's good stuff. Good stuff. But now that I've done that, I am so sorry, folks. I'll be right back. Mother Nature.
Mother Nature calls. Coffee call, then Mother Nature. Yeah. Out the door he goes in the beautiful Saturday morning to the woods. Oh, we go to the woods. Guys being guys. If you didn't see our interview last night with Mr. Jim Droskinis, man, you got to watch that. Ex-retired military, just recently retired from racing. What a great interview. And he's sending me a book he wrote about his dad's football team. And I'm going to read that. Then we're going to have him back on. He's already agreed. Have him back on to talk about the book. So like an author thing. And then I'm going to try to have him back talk about military. So somebody I really want to keep in touch with and talk to again. And all the ones we've had, I would. But I just loved his. I thought that's a whole different topic we don't have time to get into. But a team who never lost a game in a season, but nobody scored on them. I mean, they never were scored on. I thought that was the coolest thing, So he's going to send me a copy of that. And I appreciate that. He's very kind. And but it's a great interview, not because of us, because of him and his wit and his painting the pictures, I call it, descriptions about his view of racing and all that. It was great. I just loved talking to him, and he'll be back. So great guy, right here in Georgia, Peachtree City. He's from. So we're extreme northwest Georgia. He's a little below Atlanta, so not too far away, but 2.5 hours, maybe something like that. Maybe a little more, but not much. Right around in there, probably 2.5 hours from me, if you don't make any stops. Keep praying for the troops. Ongoing operations. The president says that operations should be wrapping up soon. I thought it was pretty. They're talking about whether to take the island or not over there, and they want to keep their strait clean. But the president said we're ready to. We wanted to negotiate with the Iranian leadership. The first round of leaders are all gone. We can't talk to them. The next round of leaders, they're all gone. We can't talk to him. The next round of leaders are all gone. We can't talk to him. There's nobody left. Like they're afraid to step up. But if somebody will step out and negotiate, we're willing to. If they will accept everything we're saying, we're ready to negotiate because we've knocked out
what you hear.
Yeah, exactly.
Or what we hear. Excuse me.
But he said nobody's too interested in being a leader there anymore. Because everyone that stepped up kept making threats.
They do have the son of the last Shah that
Yeah.
kicked out when they took over 40 some odd
The
years
people
ago.
are being more brave. They're dancing. They're
Yes.
taking.
He said that he was willing to go back in and lead the country until they could have democratic elections.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised to see Trump put him in as president.
I don't like. I've wanted us to get out there, but I realize we're going to have to keep a presence in the strait.
Yeah.
And honestly, it might not be a bad idea for us to go ahead and have a beachhead to take that island.
I think we should, and I think that's the reason why the third carrier group's been sent.
I do. I think we're going to do that. We need a base of operations. There's nobody going to come along and say anything, and what are they going to say? And it keeps a close watch on the mainland. And we just have we got a place that we can dock, and we can have barracks, and we can do whatever, and we can control the flow, so to speak.
Yeah.
And then maybe on the other end of the strait, we maybe need to have something, but we need to have a presence there, and that's just the way it works. You have
very
to
strong presence there right now.
Yeah,
and it doesn't get much stronger.
My opinion is a carrier group should always stay
I agree.
in that seat.
But having three in one place, that's unheard of.
It is unheard of, and
but that's what's taking place. I think
the speed up operations, you have more capability.
George H.W. is headed. It's almost there. It might already be there.
Yeah, I just got to continue knocking out missile capability,
but that gives them great air superiority. They've been using the A-10.
That's a wicked aircraft.
Yes, it is. They've been using it to hit these little fast boats. Can you imagine being in one of them things, hitting it across the water, and all of a sudden you hear, and then you're meeting
my opinion is they should not be allowed to have a Navy for a long, long time.
Oh, I agree.
Until they learn to be.
They should not be allowed to have an army.
Yeah, I mean,
NATO needs to step in.
Well, NATO's dying.
Oh, I agree.
The president, I really firmly believe, is pulling out of NATO and forming
the
another
Board
group.
of Peace. Putin, speaking of the Board of Peace, Putin has officially said that he accepts the invite from Trump to join the Board of Peace, and Russia's given $1 billion to the Board of Peace.
Okay. Board of Peace.
I thought that was really interesting and kind of prophetic.
It could be. It very well could be. I just think that he's trying to, because NATO is this. Here's what I got to say about it. It doesn't matter if people. It isn't even about Iran. This is what I have to say about it. We're paying 75% of the budget for an organization. They ain't none of them rascals going to come and help us.
Yeah,
none of them. If somebody attacked us, none of them people are going to come over here and do that for us.
NATO, we need to completely pull out of NATO.
It's a joke.
Yeah.
Pull out of NATO,
and the UN.
And you can keep it over there, and y'all can be a League of Nations or whatever you want to be. Good luck with that, because all your nations suck. You've been overran by crap, and you're weak. You're weak. We don't need you. We don't need to expend the money. And I think agree. That's what the president's doing. Is like we really do not need you. If you're not going to be there for us, we don't need you.
Yeah.
So I think this is like a test. Like, can we use bases? Can you come help? Can you help patrol? They keep saying no. England has now said, well, you can take off from our bases and all that. It's icy cold between Starmer and Trump. I think he's going to.
Starmer is a moron.
Can't stand that guy.
He is. He's just a complete moron, just like Carney.
Yeah,
Carney's a complete moron.
I just think that he's going to say, "Good luck, Europe. You're on your own."
I hope he does.
Don't call us. We'll call you. Yeah. I mean, it's like we ask you for help. You wouldn't help. You're too scared to go out and do what we're doing. So we're done with you. Why do we need you? If we're attacked, we're going to be big enough. We're going to take care of ourselves. Don't call us if you're in trouble. You take care of yourselves.
You're on your own.
I just think he's had it. By this time this summer, when the big celebration occurs, I think he's lined everything up. He's going to have big military parades. It's going to be a big celebration.
Yeah, and I hate even saying this, but we've got to be vigilant because they are going to be out to attack us.
Oh, sure.
In our own homeland.
Yeah, we need to be ever vigilant in our for homegrown terrorism.
Yes.
Homegrown and invited in, walked in.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I noticed in the
Paid
state
for
of
to come
Alabama,
in.
there's one. I don't know if it's across the whole state or one big district over there. They're trying to vote whether to change the textbooks to say Gulf of America from Gulf of Mexico.
They need to.
You would, but
It's
I don't
now
know if
the
it
Gulf of
passed.
America.
But there are people fighting against that.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
They're going to.
I like it, Gulf of America. I never
agree.
understood why it was called the Gulf of Mexico anyway. I really never understood that.
John Cougar Mellencamp had a song about vacationing down at the Gulf of Mexico. I wish they'd change it to vacation down at the Gulf of America. America, baby. Right here, America.
That's it. Well, America, in its formation, I mean, we were leaving persecution. We came to a place where we could make our own decisions to not be under a king. That's what it became. I mean, they were like that in the beginning to have religious freedom, but the kingdom was trying to follow. They were trying to.
They wanted to tax everything.
They taxed everything, and they wanted to control everything.
Right.
And finally, we fought against that. We got our own.
We went to war over a 2.5% tea tax.
Yeah. So why do we want to ensnare ourselves, entangle ourselves in other things? We don't need that. We don't need it. I get America's always been there as a protector of the small.
We don't need the drama.
But we don't need the drama. NATO.
America is not the Kardashians.
NATO is not there for us. NATO's not there for us.
No.
Let's get out of that entanglement. Let's just take care of our own business.
Yeah. America's not the world's Kardashian. Drama. That's. I want to stay as far away from drama as I can.
I can also say I've never seen one of those shows. Kardashian.
No, I can say the same thing. I mean, I've seen clips.
I've never watched that.
Because unfortunately, on some shows, if you watch them while you're streaming, they have little things, and some of them have a commercial about the Kardashians, and I feel, much more dumb after watching one of them.
I mean, I will admit I like a little reality TV. And it can be considered dumb. And so I get that, but it's not that world. I used to like to watch Lizard Lake Towing out of North Carolina. That was funny.
That was a funny show.
I just enjoyed the interplay between them.
Yeah.
They're real people, and they do run a real business. Yeah. And
I like
they're trying to get them. They're trying to get back. There's people trying to get them back on the air because they miss it.
One of my favorite shows of all time was Pawn Stars.
Yeah, I watched that one.
And it's sad, how some of them turned out, some of the things that happened.
Yeah.
Especially to Rick, but
the old man was funny, man.
He was. He was right down the
I used to like that other towing one too. That had the Hispanic guy, the big guy that ran it, had the bald-headed white guy. It was like the enforcer guy that would go out and those were pretty funny. The other one, the LA one or whatever, I didn't care for that one, but it was. I watched maybe one episode. I just didn't get into
the only one that I ever saw. This fella, he carries boxing gloves with him everywhere he goes. Said, "Listen, I'm taking the car. If you want to stop me, you want to go around there's some boxing gloves. Let's do it." And they'll film him boxing, but you got to pay to, you got to subscribe to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But, he takes a few of them down. From what I understand. He even got a girl that worked with him. She's taking a couple of them down. Ladies, that is.
Awesome.
Anyway.
Awesome.
I don't know if it's real, if it's fake. I couldn't tell you. But it makes for an interesting show anyway.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's entertainment,
Right.
And sure, if there's scripting and acting and all that, but if you do it good enough, it's like a good story.
Yeah.
A good fishing story always has a little bit of exaggeration.
Exactly.
But it's still a good story. I never let truth get in the way of a great story.
Right.
Great storytellers always have a little bit of a add-in.
Well, they have to.
And because you take a little bit of truth and you mix some other stuff with it, becomes a great story.
Right.
And these were the ways, like if you were to go back in history and you were to look at the old-timey gunfighters, most of what was said was not real. But there
are
was
a lot
elements of truth. They
Yeah.
did have guns and they did fight and men did die.
Yep.
But it wasn't this mythical creature, like rode in with there wasn't wah 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 in the background. The streets were full of dung from all the horses. I mean, it's not clean like the old. I mean, there's horses crap everywhere. It's nasty.
Yeah.
People they didn't take baths like they weren't clean every day. Yeah, or if that much, but every Saturday. And the gunfights weren't clean. They didn't always just walk right out in the middle and okay, let's get ready to go. They just pulled guns on each other. They were rough characters.
Yep.
And some guys were a little bit better than others, and like Doc Holliday and some others, and
practice.
And your lawmen could be equally just as criminal.
Yeah.
They kind of a lot of your local sheriffs, they were ex-criminals or maybe still criminal. Wyatt Earp was known to. I mean, he controlled all the gambling in his town. He was taking a cut off everything. You had to come get a license to gamble, and he got a cut off all those Pharaoh games. He dealt Pharaoh. He was involved in that. He was involved in prostitution. So yeah, he had control of that. It's the way they made a living.
Yeah.
So we made it.
He was trying to build a legacy, is what he wanted to do for his family.
Is he interested? You dang right he is. I mean, that's fascinating. But even the gunfight at OK Corral, it's been glamorized so much, it's become more than what it was. That fight wasn't that long. It was a few shots and it was over.
Yep.
But you build a 2-hour movie around it, because
that's Hollywood.
You want to explore all the characters.
Yeah.
But I enjoy that, and everybody else that likes that kind of genre does. But the event, it was I mean, equally. I mean, they were just people trying to steal and make money, and people trying to stop them, and who were maybe cutting in on their own deal. I don't know, but it wasn't this long thing. It was just a bunch of guys out there, and they said, "Okay, I'm pulling on you, you're pulling on me, and we'll see who's standing."
It was testosterone. It was a measuring contest, and
yeah.
In this case, it was whose gun was longer. And the reason why I say that is because the shorter your gun, the quicker the draw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the longer the barrel, the more accurate the shot.
True.
So you get a short barrel, you can spray, 4 or 5 bullets across, hope one of them hits, or you get a longer barrel, you pull it and hit them right between the eyes.
I would, nobody wanted to hang, but I would say there was quite a few people just shot in the back, so they didn't even have to do that.
You know that.
If you're that kind of character,
or the back of the head,
you're not going by honor. You just don't care. This whole thing. He drew first. Yeah. Good morning, Daryl. This whole idea that they were honorable, like, well, if he draws and I can draw and I don't go to jail. I mean, try that today and see what happens. But
now, in the olden days when they had the duels,
they did have duels.
That was a little different because you did have a so-called referee.
Yeah.
Someone that called.
And that was from the old country. There were duels. In fact, there's a county named after one of the gentlemen that died in a duel. He was a politician. I mean, there's some great state level stories.
Who was that? Was it McKinley? No. Who was it? Hamilton? No. I can't remember who it was that was it. He was like a vice president at the time of the duel when he got shot.
Was it Hamilton?
It might have been Hamilton.
I think so. But yeah, you step off, 10 paces, 20 paces, whatever you turn.
Yeah, whatever y'all agree on, turn and
bam.
And if your shot misses and the other guy hasn't fired, then you're dead, if he's a good shot.
Yeah, because they were one-shot guns,
Exactly.
Polk. Daryl says Polk. I couldn't remember.
Polk, that's it.
But there is at least one county in Georgia that's named after a guy that died in a duel. There was not. That's not what I'm thinking of. There was one that was not. Right. I can't remember if it's Gwinnett or. I don't think that's it. I think it's a little more south eastern, but it is.
Georgia had a lot of duels.
Oh, there's a lot of. Hey, in South Carolina,
South Carolina, North Carolina.
I'm trying to remember the name of Edgefield. Anyway, there are stories about ex-military, like ex-Confederates that ran through, like rode their horses into the capital of that or that whatever that area over fights over a vote, and they rode in guns blazing, dude, like into the thing. This is not made up. This really happened.
Right.
And one of the guys was Butler's, I think was his name. He was an ex-Confederate. low-level general. I don't think he was high level or nothing like that. But he wrote in like they got locked out or something, you know. They were trying to. I know it was all over politics. And you think about politics being ugly today. They actually had men riding with guns, like stormed through and in, and were shooting. I mean, I've been in that town. It was fascinating. I read a book about him, kind of a biography of him, and you would read those stories. So there's a lot of that went on in state capitals and stuff.
People don't realize, you know, it hasn't really been that long ago when county governments, city governments, it was whoever was the biggest thug. You know what I mean? That's basically how it was ran.
On that note, I think it was just released yesterday, talking about drama, and there's all kinds of sides to it, but the mayor of Chickamauga officially resigned. Trey Deck.
I hate what they.
This thing got really ugly.
Yeah,
Talk about politics.
Yeah.
And the people are really mad in Chickamauga. They're really, a lot of people like Trey.
I went to school with Trey. He's a great guy.
And I saw that yesterday. It was very sickening. But you want to talk about a town
elementary school
that has all kind of, man. It's a great town, but it has all that element to it.
Oh, it's still a small southern town.
That's it. Okay, thank you, Daryl. 1777, a political dispute between leaders fought near Savannah. When that was shot in the thigh, developed gangrene. I knew he died due to this. I didn't remember the gangrene part. While McIntosh survived and faced no charges. Thank you for that, Daryl.
So it was Gwinnett.
Gwinnett. I thought I was right, but then I doubted myself.
Yeah.
But I did remember he died in that. You know,
Daryl, you're just full of information. I appreciate it.
Well, he's a great addition to the show.
No
he's going to have to start coming in by camera too. When he can't be in studio. We got to get him on here. But
I love having a fact checker.
Fact checker, yes.
Fact checker, Daryl.
We want to be factual.
Yes, we do. Just playing there.
I hate you couldn't make it last night, brother. We so missed you. Hope you got a chance to watch the interview. And he will be back. We're going to talk a sports segment with him about a book he wrote, Mr. Droskinnis. And what a great guy. Just sometimes you're just like, I feel like the kid. I'm giddy. It's like I get to talk to this guy. Like this is like he's like thanking us, and I'm going, man. I'm deeply honored, man. Can I shine your shoes? You know, I want to show such respect because I think so much of these gentlemen and ladies that come in. And next week on Thursday, Andy Cyrus, don't forget.
Big one.
We're going to advertise heavy starting Monday.
Yep.
All things Iran. She's an amazing person. She's been through all of it and is in America, is a believer and fights for freedom. She's an American citizen.
Yep. She
loves of course she loves her country. She was a child bride under Sharia law, got the heck out.
Amazing.
She knows the deal.
Yeah.
And she is very much supportive, I believe, from whatever, of what's going on because she wants to see her people, free. Liberated from that. So we'll let her speak for herself. I don't put words in her mouth because I want her to share her story. But Andy Cyrus, Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's the only time slot. We were given 2 in the next 2 weeks. Since this is all I got. And I said, we'll take Thursday. So I think Biscuit Boy's going to be able to be here. And,
I'll definitely be here.
She'll be coming in by video, but we'll be live in studio.
Yeah.
If Daryl, if you can join us, I'd love to have you, brother.
Most definitely. Looking back at my time,
non-cowboy hat on this one.
Yeah. No cowboy hat.
We're going to go a little
more formal.
Probably I'll have a nice shirt on or something.
I won't be in a tank top and sunglasses. I can guarantee you that.
Nothing wrong with all that, but for this interview, it's the news side. So we're gonna not have be wearing our we could have on. Well, Paul couldn't get away with it because he gets up so much. A lot of TV people, they have the dress shirt on with tie and a jacket.
Yeah, I call it
they're wearing
your Zoom uniform.
Yeah, they have their golf pants on or shorts or whatever behind the counter. The weather person can never get away with it either because they have to get up and do the weather. But a lot of those people, they're wearing tennis shoes, shorts. They've just got the jacket on and a nice shirt, and they rip all that off and they go to the golf course after they get off the show.
I don't know how many times I have been in my pajama pants with a shirt and a tie and a jacket on, sitting on Zoom, just waiting for the meeting to be over.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
I'm wearing my pajama pants right now. You can't tell. See? You don't know.
See, I
just got up. I was tired. You wear your robe and turban.
Robe and turban. Yeah.
Now we have Daryl. Well, we have to give him a new name. Not even Midnight Rider. It'd have to be something else,
Yeah, you'd have to be
The winds.
Habib Bajil.
The Habib, the wind seeketh.
Yeah, something. Sand seeker. Call you sand seeker.
Sand seeker.
Yes.
And now wisdom from sand seeker.
Wisdom from sand.
That'd be like Sam Kinison or something. You live in the desert.
You see this?
Nothing grows.
This is sand. Nothing grows in sand.
Why do we gotta send you food? Move where the food is. That's one of the funniest things. I cannot watch that without laughing.
It's factual though, in a lot of situations. But another thing, those countries, believe it or not, Jody was telling me stories, my wife, about South Sudan and how beautiful, the country is in parts. But she said when you eat fruit over there, it tastes 20 times better than what we get here.
Well, the freshness, man. I mean, the one thing that we miss here
We've got all
America,
kinds of crap in our food.
When you go in the Middle East, and that could be Jordan, Israel, wherever, you go to the open markets, and
it's fresh.
Ahab Muhammad Ali, he says he's going to go by. But you go to these, your dinner and all that is fresh. You go and get the fish, or you go and get the vegetables
for the day,
the fruits, and you just look and you're buying in the open bazaar, or the market or place or whatever.
Yeah,
and
you
so
don't
all
go,
that stuff
you don't
is
go
fresh.
buy in bulk.
No,
you don't buy in bulk.
No, you
for the
stop
next
by
5
daily.
days. You go by the day,
fresh daily,
or by the meal.
The fish just came in out of the ocean. It's not been sitting on. It's not been frozen. Frozen fillets for 2 weeks or something. Yeah. You go, and that freshness and that I would call it God's food, that the biblical foods and stuff. You are eating all that clean food, and you're just eating better. I mean, you don't have all that processed. They're not eating processed anything, most likely. No, their diet is the Mediterranean
unless
diet.
they have a grocery store.
Yeah,
if they have a grocery store, they're eating processed.
And they do have some of that, but the Mediterranean diet is a great diet. I mean, I say diet; it's not diet really. It's the Mediterranean food.
Right.
What they eat every day is very fresh. You don't have processes and drugs and stuff pumped into it, whatever. Right. And they have developed, of course, all farmers fight insects and stuff, but there's good things you can use, and you're not putting stuff, in the foods and stuff.
Right.
I think with anything, it's wise to wash your foods. I mean,
I wash everything, every piece of fruit, every vegetable. Now the sad thing is the skin is where a lot of the nutrients and everything are that we need, and we're not able to eat that in a lot of cases because it has just it's actually done its job. It's protected the inside, but it is now infused with.
I actually do love to eat the skin of a potato and a baked potato.
Oh, I do too.
I'm one of those guys. I'll eat the whole potato.
I don't like get to anymore because of Howie. He thinks that the skin is his on every single potato, and that's mine and my wife's. He gets 2 skins whenever we eat, potatoes.
Does he have his own little thing you put it on, or is he just wait for you to hand it to him?
It just straight out of the air.
Straight out of the air. Here you go, Howie. Whoop.
He cracks me up. He's so aggressive when he tries to catch, especially kibble. I'm talking about little pieces. Toss those to him. He'll knock them, all the way across the room, jumping up trying to hit it, and he'll hit it with his nose and knock it. Then
he goes on the chase.
Yeah.
Slides into the
knocks kitchen table over and all that good
stuff. Howie's great. I've had the time to. I've been able to spend time with Howie, and he loves to be rubbed and scratched and petted and all that.
I'm gonna bring him in the studio one.
Yeah, you need to do that. It'd be great.
He'd lay down right over there. It wouldn't move. But.
Yeah, we'll have to put a camera on him. And we have Howie here as well.
Yeah, we can do that.
Gerald says he likes your look this morning. He has the coastal look going down.
Hang 10, brother.
He asked me, was it okay to have the tank? I'm like, dude, you're not naked. I mean, it's not like we're doing it's just, we're not, maybe we're not being very professional this morning, but we're still covered. We're still good. I'm in my pajama pants and he's in his tank top.
There you go.
It's all good. it's a good Saturday look, you know. Saturday you sleep a little later.
Yeah.
You know, it's weekend, you know, and even though if you work, it's still the weekend. It's a little different, you know. Even at work it'd be different. All the bosses don't show up on the weekends. So it's laid back. It's a little bit different, you know, thing. You know, Paul has that ability to make it look like he could be sitting on the beach at, say, I don't know, Costa Rica or something, or have that little, you know, the white shirt and the shorts and their pants and the little deck shoes or whatever. You could do that.
I'd be comfortable in that.
But he could also walk into the executive boardroom, you know, looking like, you know, the lawyer from Philly or whatever. You know, I mean, he could pull that off. I mean, you know, he has an ability to make many different looks. You know, I'm just an old fat man, but he has that ability to pull those looks off. You know.
Well, I want to tell you, God has been really good to me. He has. God has been really good.
Amen. All of us.
And, you know, I am just a sinner saved by grace.
Amen.
I should not be sitting here, but I am. God has me here for a reason, and I firmly believe that. And it will be revealed 100% over time. There's no doubt in my mind.
Yeah.
But I think what we're doing here, Dave, is a movement, you know, and I think that what we're going to grow into is something we can't even imagine because God's hand's in it. That's the way I see it. So
absolutely.
If I act a little numbskullish and crazy at times, I am still that guy.
I want to share a screen. I want to. This is the book that Annie is. It comes out today. Actually, I need to order it in a little while. It's The Architect of Jihad.
I love that picture.
That is Annie. Anais. She goes by Annie Cyrus.
Yeah.
This releases today for her, and go buy this book. She's an amazing person. I can't wait to read this book. I'm going to order it today, and
I can't wait to talk.
If you get the regular copy, she'll sign it.
Right.
But this releases today. I meant to buy it yesterday, actually. So
she was on Steve Bannon's show.
She was. She goes on everything. She has quite the resume, and we'll show you a.
And I'm humbled that she's coming on our show.
Oh, that's
an amazing honor.
Here's one of. I'll show you another look here of. Oh, here we go. I think I can just do it like this. And there she is. One of her shows is America's Dance with Mass Murdering Mullahs.
Wow.
That's her, and that's her on the left there. Obviously, Miss Annie Cyrus. She is going to be on with us next Thursday at 2 p.m. You don't want to miss this. And you can see some of this. Her website is Live Up to Freedom, and so you can see she's got a lot of videos and articles and stuff like that going on. But she's going to be live with us for 1 hour on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And
drop in,
please do, or watch the recording of it. We'll re-air it many times. Hey, Jake from the great state of Mississippi, how you doing, buddy?
What's up,
brother? But we will try to get your questions in. We're going to just let her talk first. We're going to try to cover three main areas: her life in Iran as underneath the Sharia, and what was that? Getting out and coming to America, what that was like, and the death threats against her author, her book. We want to talk about that and the overall. What she's thinking about what's happening right now with the war with Iran right now. And we're going to try to cover those three main things. And we'll try to save time at the end to get a few questions in, but we have to have her out on time.
Yeah.
She could not run late. She is in other shows. So actually we'll try to have her out by 5 minutes till, because you have to have time to do those things. So we will get in quick. We're not going to waste a lot of time setting up. We're going to get to the conversation as quick as we can. So 1 hour will fly by. I promise.
Oh,
you.
yeah.
It does.
An hour always flies by whenever we're doing something. You know what I mean? An hour is just not long enough for some reason.
And we need to expand. We went 2.5 hours last night, and it felt like 45 minutes to me.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
Yep.
I was like, I really kind of want to stay, but I really need to get I need to get off here and do some things. So I'm one of those. I'm like when I'm in the zone. I just go. You know, it doesn't matter to me.
Well, I mean, I wanted to bring a piece of furniture this morning.
Oh yeah, you were going to do that.
And the trailer, is full now. So, and I didn't feel like unloading the trailer to put the couch on and strap it down and all that stuff in the dark last night. So I'm gonna have to do it a different day. I might do it. I don't know if I can get it loaded tonight, I might bring it over here tomorrow sometime.
And I am trying to thank you for posting this. I will look up the video.
What is
the
that?
Obama fraud files. We thank you for popping in. I have not.
Obama is a fraud.
Thank you for popping that address in, and I will try to check that out. So,
or should I say Barry?
And we just
his name Barry Sotero.
We reached our limit. Barry Sotero, Mac Daddy,
Barack Obama.
Mac Daddy Longlegs. I'm gonna try to bring the Instagram stream right back up. They're still limiting us. So
I would.
Let me see if I
think justice would be to see him behind bars. That's just my opinion.
Well, it would be great,
I'll be right back.
The great American that he is, not.
I'm glad I heard that not.
I figured I would make you angry if you heard that. So I threw that disclaimer really quick. Just grabbing a new stream key so we could put the Instagram back up there. So, we had to reset our Instagram a little bit, and we actually have it back. We actually have 4 Instagrams, believe it or not, that we actually put stuff to, but we air live to 1, but we're going to be airing live to 2. And so let me, I have to remove and then kind of bring it back up. So just bear with me just a second, and we'll put it right back up. And that way those folks can see it go live again. And oops, I pulled the wrong one. I did do the wrong one. What was I doing? Silly me. But I hope everybody has a great Saturday. And, it's a beautiful weather. I mean, absolutely beautiful. And so we hope that you, enjoy, get out, enjoy the, where does the Biscuit Boy look? Well, why does the Biscuit Boy look tan and muscular? Or where does? Jake, what do you mean by that? What do you mean there, sir? What is that? So Jake wants to know something about why you look so tan and muscular. So, but he said where, but I think he meant why, or maybe he's want to know how I don't know how to decipher that, Jake. But
what does it say? I can't read it.
Where it said, where does the Biscuit Boy look tan and muscular? I mean, well, maybe it was why. Why does the Biscuit Boy look like I think he's always seen you with a shirt on. He didn't realize you had arms like that. At 61 years old.
No, I'm not going to do that. Yeah.
He works out, Jake.
I do. I work out a lot. At my age, you have to, and I've lost 75 pounds. And I feel tremendous. I started seeing a lady that we're going to have on the show eventually. She's already
seeing a professional.
Yeah.
In a professional way.
Right.
You're not seeing.
Right. Yeah. My doctor.
Much better to say.
Sorry about that.
You say something every show that just kills me. I started seeing a lady.
Right.
Your wife is going, what?
Yeah, my wife's ears are perked up right there. But no, Bess is an amazing person. She has helped me. Kind
of a holistic health coach, I guess you would say, something like that. Okay.
Well, she does my blood work for me.
Okay,
she's basically my doctor.
Your doctor. You fired all the others.
I fired my regular doctor because I'm not doing the whole pharmaceutical song and dance. They're not going to kill me. I'm not going to let them. And I think I'm living proof. I look pretty good for 61. I feel great. I'm in a lot of pain at times because of being an adrenaline junkie all of my life. I abused my body, but God's grace is so good.
And what make you even feel a lot better, Paul?
What's that?
It's Wolf Nation Coffee.
Oh yes.
You got to use the QR code there.
Right,
You've got to go to Wolf Nation Coffee, and it will. We're drinking it this morning. I promise you, folks. It is excellento.
I'm not going to say it'll give you wings because some other drink already has that, but it'll have you running. I'll tell you that.
It'll have you running. It is great. We've not had a bad blend yet.
No, and in my case, the running is to the restroom because I have to. Anyway.
Oh man.
It just runs right through me. Some coffees do, some don't. I don't know what it is. Some of it just.
Well, it'd be better to have that than to not be able to do that.
Oh, I agree. Oh my goodness.
Some men get our age and they make 10 trips to the bathroom for one event.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
just hoping
I'm
for
thankful.
something.
Yeah, I'm thankful. Praise God.
Yeah.
At our age, not that we're old, but our age, you're thankful that your kidneys and liver and all those prostate, all those things are working well.
I have a little trouble with my prostate.
It's just natural. I mean, you
It
get
is.
older and things start happening.
But
I know
the fun part is the colonoscopies.
Oh yeah.
Once you get up, in age,
That's a real fun event.
Yeah. Especially when you.
I think I've got about 5 more years before I got to go back because everything, no pun intended, came out good.
Right. Well, I've got a couple of years of.
Did you have trouble with the drinking the stuff? Everybody built that up like it was going to be this horrible event. I never had. It never make me sick or nothing.
I drank it like a beer.
Was it? I know it doesn't taste great, but mine was like a little lemon flavor or lemon
lime. Yeah.
Lemon lime.
That's the flavor I had.
Now you do make up several rows to the bathroom, but
good heavens!
But sometimes you might even be drinking it from the bathroom. But I got mine down within like a couple hours. I wasn't going to waste time. I just did it.
You drink it whatever 20 minutes or something like that. There's a time period.
Yeah.
You drink it and then you wait, and you drink it and then you wait. I was sitting on the toilet drinking it, and I kid you not, I could drink it and I could feel it go all the way through and then right out.
If you've never had one of those, folks, it is an experience.
And did I tell you I came to in the middle of one of them?
You did tell me that.
That was interesting.
And you heard the doctor say, I'm not a real doctor, but I stopped at the Holiday Inn Express last night. No, I'm just kidding. He didn't hear that.
No, it freaked the nurse out. She saw me laying there.
He's awake.
Did you know he was awake?
The anesthetist might have been daydreaming or something like, hey.
I don't know what he was doing. I'll tell you what. He knocked me out, that's for sure, because it took me a while to come to in the recovery room.
Yeah,
normally they got it.
You got drool coming out of your mouth. Like,
yeah, crusted, crusted all the way down through there.
It's like, okay, back to the land of the living.
But I told the doctor before I went under, I said, I better not wake up with a bad taste in my mouth.
Do you pray right before you're put to sleep like that?
Always.
I do too.
Always.
My prayer is always basically this: Lord, I know on whom I belong.
Yep.
If it's your will and I have more time to be with my family, I would like to have that because I want to be here for them.
Mm-hmm.
However, if it's your will, for me not to be, I will awaken in your arms.
That's right.
And I will pray for the people who have guidance, that they're doing what they're doing, the skill they have for God to guide their hands, and that they themselves would know the forgiving power of Jesus.
Amen.
And then I just put it in His hands and say, Amen. That's it.
That's all you can do.
If I'm, I know that if I'm not to wake up from this, you will look after my family. You will help them, guide them along. So, that's it. I just think that's
no doubt, man. No doubt.
Yeah, you gotta have the most important call before you go under. So, yeah. Jake, how's Mississippi today? You got everything under tautened down, ready to go. Everybody's behaving. Nobody out acting up. You're like the sheriff out there.
Hey, listen, I lived in Mississippi for a couple of years. I know what it's like, especially down the swamp.
Let me tell you a little secret about Mississippi. It's not a secret if you've been there, you know it.
Mm.
When you have the opportunity, or you should, before you enter the state of Mississippi, do this: fill up your gas tank. Do not let your gas tank go below a half of a tank.
Never.
Because you may drive for a long time before you ever see a gas station.
That is.
And the gas station you find may not be modern. And it may not take your cars. I've run into that. You better have cash. Yes. Yeah. Have at least $100 or $200 worth of cash on you for those kind of events. I almost messed up in Mississippi.
It hasn't been that long ago. You couldn't cross the Canadian border without $750 in cash.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you needed cash for...
They didn't want vagrancy. It was a vagrancy
deterrent. Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Well, something's changed. I figured it was like you're traveling through and you're going to get in the far reaches. You need cash for the last chance for gas spots that they have. I know if you drive to Alaska, there is a stretch of wilderness highway.
Mhm.
When it says last chance for so many miles, it means it. There's nothing else.
When I travel, like pulling a camper, I've got an extra 20 gallons of gas with me.
Yeah, you should.
I carry extra gas, in the bed of the truck. And it's, in case you run across somebody, that needs help.
Yeah.
You've got, some extra, that you can help with. But it's just
you got Mad Max going on. You got people pulling up beside you, trying to climb on your vehicle. You take it over.
My wife take them out. I'm not worried about it. I just got to drive. If she needs a different gun, I'll hand it.
Did you like that movie?
I love Mad Max.
I mean, wow.
The original, the first.
Yeah, the first one.
Mel Gibson
taking that gas, truck, and I mean, I loved his car. I loved his weapons. I loved all that. That was great.
Yeah, all Australian.
All Australian.
I loved it. Yeah, that was my introduction to Australian hot rods.
Okay.
Because in Australia they've got versions of Fords that we don't have here in the United States.
That was his first movie, right?
To the best of my knowledge.
Yeah. He was so young in that thing. I mean,
I heard an interesting story about him. Paul Harvey told that in his early days he was beaten so bad they didn't know if he was going to live or not, but they had to reconstruct his face.
Really?
Yeah. He was beaten so bad he was unrecognizable.
Wow.
And this was in Australia. They had to reconstruct his face.
Wow.
And Paul Harvey told the story, so I want to tell you what. This is back when journalism was journalism, and Paul Harvey told the truth.
The rest of the story.
It's not like listening to CNN or Fox or whoever, But
they give you the truth according to their own worldview.
My opinion,
that's what truth they're giving.
Right. But my opinion, you get more truth from Fox than you do from CNN. Yeah. But, I'm telling you, if you can't see the hardening of the hearts in this country, you're blind.
If you go into a establishment, it could be anything. It could be a little diner.
Yeah.
It could be a doctor's office. It doesn't matter. And they have CNN playing on the TVs. What do you think?
I'll usually leave.
I mean,
I told them at the gym.
You know what you're walking into, right? I mean, it's it's different worldview. It's like, whoa.
I told them at the gym, if they're going to play CNN, they better have Fox on right beside it.
Yeah.
And then on the rest of the TVs, you need to just run sports. I mean, this is a gym.
Yeah.
Some people want to get their news, that's fine. If you got a Bluetooth into the TV.
Yeah.
But, that's...
So did they listen to you?
Yeah.
Well, you would think a business...
Well, they got 3 TVs.
Wouldn't want to take sides.
They got 3 TVs where the bikes are. And they've got CNN, Fox in the middle, and then on this end they have, like, I want to buy your house or something like that.
Well, for a business, that's wise. Yeah. Businesses were always supposed to, cater to the community.
Exactly.
And if you were going to show something like that, you would give both sides.
And it's listen, we got to have unity. I mean, we're to the point now where I am really. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of people been waiting on this for a long time. They've been preparing for it, and people need to realize, there's some good old boys that have been waiting on a fight like this.
Just a good old boy.
Since 1776, they've been waiting on it. And don't do it. That's all I can say. Don't do it. Did you see that commercial where they were talking about Iran and had Biden? What do you have to say to Iran? Don't. And then Kamala Harris. What do you have to say to Iran? Don't do it. Trump. What do you have to say to Iran? I'm going to bomb the blankety blank out of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what he said. And I thought it was hilarious.
I would just say.
Because he says what's on his mind.
Yeah, he does. In the South, if there was ever any Red Dawn event where you saw the parachutes coming down of a military from some super power that hates our guts,
right,
or whoever, and they're parachuting in and they're trying to wage war, radio call would be going back to the command post in the air or wherever they're at to say, we just crapped out. we're losing all of our men.
Yeah.
American soldiers, they would say, no, everybody's coming out with guns. Everybody's firing on us. We're losing our men in droves. Don't send no more.
Yeah.
I mean,
we're not going to make
it. This group is done for. Don't send the next group.
Yeah.
Because it's different than any other country.
It's like that guy said, there's a comedian. He said, we're the only country in the world that has this particular group of people. They're called rednecks. The good old boys that's been waiting on somebody to invade the country since 1776.
Hey, Skeeter,
you know,
round the boys out. We got. It's open season. Let's go.
He said the military would get there 2 hours later and there'd be nothing but beer cans and shotgun shells everywhere. The war's over, baby. You know,
raising a battle flag over the top of it.
Yeah.
Holding up their guns.
Yeah.
Like trophies, you know, like their foot laying on the bodies, you know.
Yeah.
Burned out.
Picture this, man.
Burned out tanks and whatever, you know. It would. It seriously would. They would come in by the droves, and it would be like, you know, all the ammo that they've been storing up all these years, you know, in the bunkers and their cellars and wherever, and they'd say, it's on, let's go.
I keep my ammo dry. I keep it in a room with a humidifier and a dehumidifier.
I'll never forget, there was a guy that he was a young guy who was building a bunker somewhere, and he was actively storing up, and he was going to live there in case the world just, you know, went to crap.
Right.
And he was ready. But I remember one night he was dead serious. He turned to me and he's like, "Do you know where I can get a half track?" I was like, "No, I haven't seen any of those on the car lots that I've been shopping at."
You know, you're gonna have to go to military surplus.
I really don't know, but you know, you ask the right person, you can find one. I mean, I just personally don't know where you can find the half track. And he said, "I'm also looking for a bazooka." You know,
hey, go to Facebook Marketplace. You can find just about anything. You know,
we've only used it about 50 times.
Yeah.
We've got a new laser gun now. We decided we're going to sell the bazooka. It's yours for, you know, $500. You know?
Yeah. You know, I've actually got a friend that's got a couple of those rocket propelled grenades that Russian made.
Yeah.
And they're fireable. So
yeah.
I mean, they can blow some stuff up with it, put it that way.
It's like don't mess with the good old boys. They're not going to put up with.
You're going to be surprised. The largest army in the world is right here in the South of just hunters and survivalists. But you add in all of the militias and everything across the Midwest, you know, nah, you don't. You definitely don't want to land in the middle of the country and have all sides come at you.
Well, you know that in many states, the local police forces have already partnered with militias because they don't have enough manpower to handle a big threat. And so they actually have partnered with.
It takes too long to get the National Guard in.
Yeah, and they can mobilize quickly, and they will put them over certain areas to do certain things. And so they realize they can't stop a big group. It would be bad in the beginning. So that's why they partnered. Yeah. And it might just be crowd control, or it might be to keep a road open or an intersection or a building to it depends on what they want. Yeah. Or to distribute water. Maybe water has to be
possibility.
You know, you've got to protect that water supply.
If I personally were, you know, going to attack a country and you wanted to completely obliterate the country, attack their water supply.
Yeah, I mean, you got to have
attack.
You got to have water. You have to have, you know, you can't go 3 days without water and you're in trouble. I mean, you can go.
I've gone 4.
Well, you know, then you're talking about after that drinking urine. I'd prefer to have some water.
Well, I had to have bags of fluid pumped into me. I didn't know if I was going to be able to walk into the hospital.
Wow.
When and this was just 2 months ago.
Wow.
When I had diverticulitis.
Yeah, I remember you talking about how sick you got.
Oh my gosh, man! I wouldn't wish that on anybody.
I hadn't heard from Paul in like 3 days. I'm like, something weird going on. Like, I mean, I know he's been busy, but there's something else going on. Like he's always communicating, and
and
then it's like you got just like, Sorry, man. I've been sick. Like I'm in bed right now and I'm still sick. But by the next day, you were here in the studio. I couldn't believe it. It's like he lives.
Listen, I want to tell you what, prayer, I don't care what anybody says. That's the best medicine,
Amen.
Period. Hands down. Prayer
Amen.
is the best medicine. And
Oh, yeah.
I had a lot of people praying for me, and God is gracious. He's
Well, you
good.
you gotta have that, man.
All of
you
it.
got everybody's got to have somebody praying
Right.
for them.
That's right.
Mamas are praying for their kids and grandkids. And
I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't have praying grandparents and parents.
well, that was
I honestly believe it.
I have in my life received letters and stuff, or an email or something that said, "Hey, just want you to know God put you on our heart. We just had prayer for you. Hope everything's good.
Yeah.
We just want you to know we're standing with you, whatever's going on." And
Yeah.
man, that always is timely, man. It is right on time. You be in the midst of a chaos,
Yeah.
and something like that will come in. You're
Have
like,
I told you the story about Jonathan? What's his name? Jonathan Livingston Siegel or something like that. Jonathan something or another. Anyway, he was a missionary. He was a doctor. And when he was a kid, a missionary came to his church. Now, I'm telling this all out of sequence. But anyway, a missionary came to his church and was talking about, where he was in Papua New Guinea or wherever he was.
yeah,
They needed people. And so nobody, this was a church of elderly folks. They weren't going to be able to do a whole lot except pray. And, they did. They prayed. But he said, I'll go. He was just a kid working on the pipe organ. And he said, I'll go. And the guy said, listen, the best thing for you to do is grow up, become a doctor, and then you can help people. So he did exactly that. He grew up, became a doctor, and then he went to be a missionary.
awesome.
And the tribe, where he was, they had been converted to Christianity, but there was another warring tribe had sent word that they were going to attack the village that night, and anybody that was there, they were going to kill.
Yeah.
And that night came, he prayed, and nothing happened. And several years later, he saw that the chief of that tribe converted to Christianity. And he asked him, he said, why did you not attack, when you said that you were going to? And he said, well, we came and we were going to attack, but there were 31 giant people with flaming swords standing guard all the way around your camp.
I've heard several stories.
We were
that
horrified.
From different parts of the world and different time frames of history.
Come to find out, when he went back to the church, that he had came from, that very night when they were going to attack, there were 31 people in that church praying for him and his protection.
Absolutely. There's a great story about when Jordan was fighting against Israel in Jerusalem, and there was a guy who was injured on the battlefield, a Jewish soldier,
right?
And one of the others came up to him and was going to shoot him. The whole line of soldiers, and they froze and retreated, and they eventually come and got him. His name was Gershom Solomon. I'm not sure if he's still living. He's not a believer, by the way. He's not a believer.
Right.
So he said that while he was down on the ground, he was seeing a vision. And God says, I have work for you. I'm not done with you.
Right.
And he believes it's he's got a belief about what that is. Well, he said, well, why didn't they kill you? He said, I know, I was in this vision. I don't know what happened. So they went and talked to the Jordanians,
right.
And they all said the same thing, basically, that when they approached, they were going to kill him. They said, oh yeah, we was going to kill him. He's the enemy.
Yeah.
But there were angels across the sky with swords drawn, and they said, you can't fight God. You can't fight God. It would have been certain death for us to do that, so we retreated.
Yeah.
And that was verified through the Red Cross and all the one that they used. I can't remember, but anyway, it was all verified. They went because they were curious about why was this? He was injured. Why he was down? He couldn't fire. He couldn't do nothing to you. And said, yeah, we're going to kill him. But you can't fight God.
You know what my answer. You know, you have all these people saying Israel's evil. You know, they're this, they're that, they're that. Listen, the reason why I stand with Israel is because of what the Bible says.
Yeah.
I will bless those that bless you, and I will curse those who curse you. That's one thing. But there is a covenant with the people of Israel. There's a covenant between them and God.
They're not where they're going to be. But
no, they're not.
And they do bad
things.
They
like might be evil right now.
Sure.
But they still, God does not break his covenants. He doesn't break his promises.
Well, he died for all mankind too. These people think that the Jews can't be saved. They're just stupid. I mean, come on. Anybody can be redeemed.
And there's going to be 144,000 of them. I
have friends that are saved and that are Jewish. And if you're saying that, you're trying to diminish the power of the blood of Jesus.
Amen.
And you can't do that.
No, you cannot.
It's perfect. And so stop.
Every single drop of it.
And yeah, you may hate what people do. But God's got a plan for. The end days are filled with death, and destruction, and judgment. That's not just on Israel. That's on every nation.
That's right.
We all have evil in our nation. We all do evil things.
All governments are evil.
Sure, it's
every one of them.
There's no moral high ground for any nation.
No.
Anybody. Hey, Faith, Family, and Politics. Faith, thank you for the raid. I hope that helps you along in your rating, and thanks for bringing people along.
Most definitely.
Happy Saturday. Y'all give them a follow. Great folks, Faith, Family, and Politics. And we appreciate you. Hope you're having a glorious Saturday. We are on for a few more minutes, and we just appreciate everybody stopping by. Happy Saturday.
Most definitely.
This is the Cornbread Man and Biscuit Boy morning show. And not too many doing that on Saturday, so it's a good spot for us. And
we have fun doing it.
We have fun doing it, absolutely.
And we're about to get back out. We normally do this particular show from somewhere.
And we will. The weather's getting nice again. We're going to get back out and do those things. So
we're just
we may do like every other weekend. We may do one here, then one out.
Yeah.
I'm arranging care for my wife or whatever.
Exactly.
So we will work on that.
That's the number one priority.
And we may bounce that. So we definitely will be doing that very, very soon. The weather's great today, by the way.
Oh man, it feels great outside.
It's good. I don't know what the temperature is going to be, but it's going to be a beautiful day.
I will tell you what, everybody needs to get no less than 30 minutes of sunlight directly on their face. It can't be less than that, but I've got 2 more minutes, honey. I must look at the sun. Yes, that's why I have these dark glasses on. I'm blind. But seriously, everybody needs the sunlight on their face, and it's great to do it first thing in the morning. As soon as dawn breaks, boom, you get that first sunlight. It's kind of like getting colostrum in a way, Everybody knows what colostrum is. It's a mother's first milk.
Yeah.
And it's full of nutrients and all that stuff. Well, I actually drink it every morning. Not mother's milk, but it is full of colostrum.
There's a lot of people that are still in the bottle of life. I mean, they're not.
Yeah. This is true.
They have not grown up.
But my wife and I drink this stuff called Armra. Armra. And it has several different flavors. Matter of fact, I'll bring you some. I don't think I've brought you any of that, but I'll bring you some. We've got an apothecary full of things, but that's one of them, and we have several different flavors.
Awesome.
It is really good for gut health. And it helps, if you have Crohn's disease or anything like that, it definitely helps with those symptoms.
Man, Crohn's, diverticulitis, all that stuff is so rough, man.
It is. Irritable bowel diseases.
There's
all kinds of.
You can't eat certain things. I mean, you could be just knocked out for 2 or 3 days.
And the majority of those are side effects of parasites.
Yeah.
That's I'm getting ready to do a parasite cleanse. And
what is your parasite cleanse? What does that encompass?
Black seed oil, oregano oil, those 2 definitely, and probably ivermectin and fenbendazole. Those 2 things together, and then
daily intake for a certain period of time
for about a week.
About a week.
About 7 days.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's not bad, to take black seed oil every day. There's not anything. It kills all bacteria. Black seed, they have not been able to find a bacteria that black seed oil doesn't obliterate within 30 seconds.
Wow.
Cancer cells, they turns them to mush. Just liquefies them.
Some bacteria is good, so you have to counter that maybe with good bacteria.
Exactly.
Is that what some of the other stuff is doing? Is
you go in, get rid of the bad stuff, replace it with the good. There you go.
Yeah.
Do
you feel kind of weird during that time, or is there anything, or is it what is that like to go through that process?
You're going to have some strange bowel movements. I'll tell you that.
Some difference going on.
You're going to see some things come out of your body that you wish you hadn't seen. But if you have a pet, you have parasites. I mean, everybody. If there's a dog in your house or a cat in your house, you have parasites. Hands down. If you live out in the country, you're going to have parasites. That's the reason why country people do parasite cleanses. You didn't even know it was a parasite cleanse when you were doing it, but that's what they do. They all have their version of a parasite cleanse. And
interesting.
We have grown out of that. We think that medicine is going to, heal us. Well, what they're doing, they ain't going to heal nothing. There's no money in a cure.
Yeah.
All right. Number one, they're not going to heal anything. Number two, what they're doing is treating the symptoms of a problem they don't want to address, which is parasites.
Yeah.
Get rid of the parasites, you're going to be healthy. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, well, we're just repositories for stuff that we intake, and some things don't leave. You've got to have a way to get rid of that.
Well, I'll tell you what, God made us to live for a while.
Yeah.
A lot longer than 85 years. That's the way 120 years, he said, would be what we would live to. And we should be able to do that without modern medicine.
Yeah.
I mean, we take modern medicine, put it aside. We should be able to live that long just by what God gives us.
Yeah.
What grows on the face of this earth. And we're finally getting back to learning some things.
It's funny you've seen this too. They go to some far place where they live we would say almost like 1800s kind of living. And they will be smoking tobacco, and they're like 105 years old, and they're active. They're out fishing. They're out, and they ask them, "What's the secret?" They always say, "What's the secret to long life?"
I eat a piece of rock salt that big every morning and smoke a cigar, with 4 or 5 shots of whiskey.
I mean, it's always like, "Did you talk to your doctor about that?" And they go, "Doctor? What doctor?"
He's over there chanting at the lake. You'll talk to him.
And they go to these areas, and it won't just be that person. There'll be a whole community of them. They're all over 100 years old, tough as nails.
Yep.
Like, I don't, What do you do with your old people? They die. I mean,
that's it.
We bury them. There's no long-term care. They just live longer, and when they die, they just die. There's not on some sort of
they're living until they die.
Yeah, they don't stop. They just keep going. They might have slow down a little bit, but in some cases, they're doing better than most people.
Yeah.
But they
and they know when they're getting ready to die.
Yeah, they do. They just prepare for it.
Yeah.
I just think that's interesting. What's the secret? I don't know. I drink a shot of.
It's like that guy who was interviewing this girl. Said she smoked 2 packs of cigarettes a day. She drank a bottle of whiskey every day and ate rock salt like it was candy. And, he wanted to know, he asked her, what's the secret of your, longevity? And that she said, well, that's what I do. And he said, well, that is amazing. How old are you? She said, 35. She looked like she was 100.
Yeah.
So you can't live that way is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
That's not the way to live. Alcohol, maybe some wine, good for the heart, something like that. But no, don't. I'm not going to preach against drinking alcohol, but yeah, I guess anything in moderation is okay. But you don't want to do what I used to do.
No. the gallon a day habit, not good, or addiction or whatever. So not good. Don't do that.
Not good for your health. But we live, we learn, and I think things that we learn, if God entrusts us with the knowledge and wisdom, then we need to pass it on.
My grandfather was a pop smoker. A lot of our grandfathers were.
Yep.
I could still remember him, the little cigar, but the pop stand,
yep,
and the little thing that he would keep his tobacco in and all that.
A lot of people smoked pot.
He did. It was later in life he was an insurance salesman, and he pastored a church. But at home, he would have the pop out. It was kind of his lounging thing that he did in the evenings. He'd watch a little TV. And by the way, he enjoyed wrestling. And he didn't tell my grandfather it wasn't real. He'd get mad.
Yeah.
I used to sit. He died when I was 5. I'd sit and watch him. We'd watch wrestling together.
Right. Wow. But yeah, they've been carrying all kinds of stuff with tobacco since the 1500s.
Yeah.
And why do you think they want tobacco outlawed? Why do you think there's such a war against nicotine? Nicotine is non-addictive. It's been proven. It's a fact that nicotine is non-addictive.
Well, the bad stuff was
all
what made
additives.
People sick. Yeah, they added all that stuff in.
Exactly.
Cancer causing and
pure nicotine is non-addictive.
To make it addictive and make and then they just got you hooked.
And then they vilified nicotine as being addictive.
And then they put the sin tax on top of that.
Exactly.
So now they've got you addicted, and now you're going to pay whatever they charge.
And also, they're making it to where you can't smoke here, you can't do this, you can't do that, no tobacco. I think there's some sort of agenda out by 2030. Tobacco is going to be banned in all countries. You can't get it on an airplane. It's stupid. It's stupid. It is just to make us sicker.
Live
but
and
the
let
thing
live,
is, with opening up the interweb, so that the truth can be told now, that we don't have certain people, telling us we can't say this, you can't do that, blah, blah, blah. Thank you, Elon, for, getting rid of a lot of that stuff. I believe him and Trump were both directly responsible for that. Thank you. But, now we can actually speak truth without being worried about, oh, you're going to be booted off, or, they're going to freeze your account, blah, blah, blah.
Well, there's been other organizations that have stepped up, and they have created the alternative so that if these people want to clamp you down, come to us. It's like GoFundMe. They've kicked a lot of people out for faith-based, people trying. But there's an alternative. What is it? GoSend, whatever it's got. But there, these different ones have popped up. Rumble and a Pickaxe versus some of these others that are the cancel culture. They just cancel you off, and we've suffered a little bit of that. I mean,
bunch of losers in their mother's basement. I don't like what he said.
What was the guy over the one? I mean, I won't say a particular one, but a couple of them when they come before Congress, you just looked at them, you knew what you were dealing with.
Yeah,
you didn't have to hear them speak.
Yeah,
they looked the part. You knew exactly what they were.
90% of your language is body language.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You can tell a lot if you know what you're looking for, especially in a person's eyes, but you can't say that close. But it's the reason why I wear sunglasses.
I think so. Paul says, I'm not going to let you look into my eyes.
Exactly. Don't you look into my eyes. But,
It's amazing.
Was a rabbit hole, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's an amazing time frame we live in.
It is. It is, and
I mean,
I'm loving every minute of it. Every single minute of it. I'm praising Jesus, waiting on His return.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a hallelujah party up in here, baby.
Hey, thank you, Mary, for the follow on Instagram, for coming into the stream.
Yeah,
we appreciate you. All of you for being here today, and hopefully enjoying the conversation. We're just hanging out and talking and enjoying our Saturday, and we're going to be getting off in a minute and going enjoying it too. And we like to come on in the mornings on Saturday and chat with you a little bit, drink your coffee before you head out, or if you're already at work or whatever you're doing. maybe we're in the background and you're just listening to us. And
happy Saturday. If you're listening, happy Saturday.
Our numbers are always really good for this show, and we appreciate it. It doesn't matter if one's listening. We'll say it'd be the same show. We appreciate everybody that's
got somebody to interact with.
Yeah, somebody pop in and say, hey, that's always fun. And we want to be that kind of show.
Yeah. Talk about whatever is on your mind.
Yeah, well,
or what's on our mind.
That's a scary thought.
That is very scary with me.
We'll run it through the filter and see if it can be put online.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing to do.
For all of us, it's like, ooh, I can't. Let me dial that back. I might not need to say that.
Yep. Yep.
Anyway, pray for the country. Pray for the troops as they're out there.
Pray for our leaders.
Pray for the leaders. Absolutely. Help you find your way to a church tomorrow. And that you know Jesus Christ in a personal way.
Yes.
It's not a ministry channel, but we are people of faith and ministry, and we share our faith, and we
love Jesus.
We do that out of love, and we want you to find your place with Him.
Amen.
And so
Amen.
We appreciate other podcasters, David, have stopped by, and if it was for 30 seconds or 10 minutes, we appreciate you. It's a great family of podcasters, especially on Rumble. We appreciate it. Get your Rumble app today. Go ahead and pay the subscription, $99 or whatever it is for a year. Sometimes you can catch it cheaper, and it's just a few bucks a month, and you get
worth it.
You get better protection, and Pickaxe, which is like a sister to it and brother, whatever you want to say, it just marries up really well. And we're bigger on those than we're trying to get bigger every day. Because of the protection. It's a great community. We want to be bigger there to know more people and interact with more people. So
right.
And I remember we had nobody. So we've came a long way.
We have, and it's God, man. I'm telling you, I love serving the Lord. I want to be the lead servant in whatever room I go into.
Amen.
And I wasn't always that way. I was the biggest jerk you'd ever meet. I was arrogant. I thought I was God's gift to everybody. And Lord has a way of humbling you and letting you know you are a gift. But
with experience and age comes wisdom, and also
Amen.
Having to be taken to the woodshed, as we say several times.
You got that right.
You go to the bottom, there's only one way to look, and that's up, and you figure out, okay, I got to redo this.
Yep.
This ain't working.
That's right. That is
Maybe
right.
Mama was right. Maybe I need to listen to my mom. Sometimes mom had bad messages too. There are those moms that they're in a rough place and they taught their kids wrong. And then you get a generational thing going on. That's kind of rough. You got to break that. Break the generational curse. Become the first in your family to go to college or go to church or whatever it is. Be the first person. Break that cycle.
Right.
Be a person who's not addicted to drugs or alcohol.
And that's one thing I love about what I do for a living is I do it different things, but mentoring people, showing them, how to be responsible with your money.
Yeah. Ascending financial
to do. Yes.
They always say keep ascending.
And we're gonna have a lot more, on ascending coming up here in the near future.
We're working on it.
All we want to do is educate people, Dave. That's all we want to do is educate people, show them that there are options out there that they don't even know about, where they can get amazing growth on their money, and let it work for them instead of them working so hard for it.
Absolutely.
But contact us here, and we can put you in touch with the fine folks of the Ascending Group or Ascending Financial, and they can take a look, see what they can do to help you.
There's always something that can be done. It's never too late.
Yep.
No matter how
much
even
if you already got a financial advisor, all of these things, we don't want to change anything that's working for you. All we want to do is take a larger look at your entire financial well-being. Do what do they call that? A 5,000 foot overlook, whatever, and just plug any holes that are in your boat.
Yeah.
You might not even know you have a hole in your boat.
Yeah. But plug those leaks.
That's exactly right.
When you get older, you figure out you've got a lot of leaks in your life.
Oh, Lord, yeah. Yeah.
All right, folks, we're going to get off of here. It's been fun to be here, and we'll see you probably in the morning. Be the next time we'll be on.
Yep.
Sunday morning in the Word. So come grab a cup of coffee. We're talking about the rise of the Antichrist. So Revelation 13 is kind of where we're sitting at right now, and we'll talk.
You know
about
what?
that.
That's where I was at Revelation 16 last night. We were on the seven bowls right at the end.
Yeah, all the judgments. What a rough time's coming, but the grace of God is we're going to go through that. We'll be just fine for those that are in the family.
Amen.
But there's rough times coming, so all these things are preparatory. To the judgments that are coming.
Coffee up, pray up.
That's it. Absolutely.
Come join us.
See you next time, folks.
Peace.
Salute. Have a good day, Biscuit Boy.
Well,
you had a rough night.
Out on the airwaves, mud soaked and loud. Cornbread man talking, Biscuit Boy proud. Static crackles like a rattlesnake's tail. Voices rolling like a freight train wheel. Cornbread man, Biscuit Boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, Biscuit Boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Gravy drips in the southern drawl. Stories thick like the cypress tall. Radio rebels riding wild and free, shouting truths like a storm at sea. Hey, hey, can you feel that beat? Boots on the floor, fire in the heat. Cornbread man, Biscuit Boy, talking live love and southern joy. Cornbread man, Biscuit Boy, raise your glass, make some noise. Tells the dirt roads, whiskey sky.